So, hello there, and welcome to another album review of The Shield Doing a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're going to talk about the brand new album by Parkway Drive called Darker Steel. And this is the band's seventh album. And for those of you that don't know, Parkway Drive is a band from Australia. They first four albums they were very much metalcore, but in 2015 they released Ire and they changed and experimented. And then in 2018 with Reverence, they experimented a little bit more. So now in 2022, they come back with Darker Steel. And this is sort of it's a concept. There's a concept in the record. And I'm going to read what the lead singer, Wisdom McCall, said about the concept. So the album explores the concept of the dark night of the soul, which is the idea of reaching a point in your life where you are faced with reckoning of your structure of beliefs, your sense of self, and your place in the world to a point where it's irreconcilable with the way that you are as a person. So, very deep shit. Do you need to really know the concept of this album to enjoy the album? Not really. I think you can enjoy this album without having to like know the full concept of it to get it all in. So the album has 11 tracks, 46 minutes. Out of those 11 tracks, there's one track that it's more like a interlude. So it's actually 10 tracks. And they release three singles from them. They release Glitch, The Greatest Fear, and they also released Darker Steel. And in the album, all three are in sequence, which I thought is interesting. So this album to me is kind of a mixed bag. I've seen people praise it that it's their best material yet, and other people say that they've sold out, they haven't gone back to metalcore, so they suck now. And I don't think the band is going to be the pure metalcore that they were in the first four albums, but they experimented, but they still have a metalcore like bones and structures to the song. So I don't think the change has been that drastic. I think they got a more like cleaner sounding. Like to me, if I need to describe this band right now, they're the Metallica of the metalcore because you have the fans that no, we want the first four albums. And then the people like, no, let them experiment. If you don't like Parkway Drive, you're not a true fan. And I'm in the middle. I've enjoyed their old stuff and I've enjoyed their new stuff. So this album has songs that I would particularly say that they're strong, they're solid bangers like Ground Zero, like Napalm. They have that metalcore sound, but more catchy. And also Glitch, which was one of the lead singles. And I thought that one was a great initial single. It has a catchy chorus to it, and I like the riffing on it. The Greatest Fear, it's good, but there's a part in the song where Winston shouts like "Dark Matters," and I don't know, like the way he says that on the song sounds kind of like cringy to me a little bit. Uh, then you have songs like Imperial Heretic, which is entertaining. But to me, there's two songs that are the highlights of the album. That's Darker Steel and Soul Bleach. Darker Steel is the longest song on the record, almost at 7 minutes, and it's like a ballad with some whistling on it. I'm not going to whistle because I can't do it, and it has some epic solo in the part that when I was listening to that solo, I thought Guns N' Roses November Rain video where they go out and Slash does the great solo, or the Strange video where he's in the water and he comes out with the guitar. That type of solo, and that's the best song on the record. I think when they get out of the like more metalcore with the clean thing that they're doing, I think it's better when they get out of their comfort zone, because even though some of the other songs they're solid, they're what I would call metalcore, but more light, more commercial, less shouting, a lot of like clean guitars. But Darker Steel is very different and it stands out in a good way. And Soul Bleach is just a great banger, and Winston sounds very great on it. So if those two songs are the best of the album. Then you have the songs that I would say, what happened? Like, if a God can bleed, that's like a less than a 3 minute song. And Winston is a great singer, but there's parts where he sings in a way that I don't know why he does it. For example, on that song, he starts singing or like a voice like raw, and it sounds like a fucking muppet. And I'm like, why the hell do you have to do that when you can do some great singing like on other songs like Darker Steel and Soul Bleach? So that's the worst track I think on the album for me. And then you have Land of the Lost, and Land of the Lost, it's the lyrics are so cringy. Like it starts the song starts pretty quickly, and then it goes into a breakdown, and it stops and it say dig. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, dig, and it's very cheesy lyrics. So and musically it was okay. Then From the Heart of the Darkness, which closes out the album, it's another one where he goes into some spoken words at a time, and I don't know why it gets the song is like super slow and too long. It's too long, and it's kind of a boring album closer to me. So I don't know why they picked that one as an album closer. So those three songs in particular, and Stranger is just an interlude that it if you take it away, it doesn't retract from the album. So as I said, it's a mixed bag. It has some catchy songs, some two solid standout tracks, and three tracks that are like meh. But at the end of the day, it's not a bad album. It's not a great album. It's an average album. It has some parts that I enjoyed more than others, and I don't think I'll replay this a lot. But the singles that I really like, the two that stand out, and Glitch, I think I will go back to them. So, what did you think of the new Parkway Drive album, Darker Steel? Are you mad that they are not pure metalcore like in their four albums, or do you like that they change and become a little bit more commercial? That's not a bad word. So comment. I would like to know what you think and what are your favorite tracks. So if you like the videos that I'm putting out, don't forget to give me a like and don't forget to subscribe. I have more content on the way. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield on a Couch, and I'll see you right here on the couch. Thank you and good night.